Dustin farted. Dustin farted. Dustin farted. Thanks for the earworm, Lucas.
All the best people are crazy. All the best people are.
What's up, crazies? My name is Jessie, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a digital and media engineer who has worked in post-production and can tell you a lot about how movies are made and what to notice while watching them. There is a discourse that has been circling the internets for a while, where people say, I miss the old grading. I miss the old look that movies and television shows had. Nowadays, everything is flatly lit, the colors are dull, there's nothing colorful or vibrant or fun. The camera angles are boring and nobody dares to do anything interesting anymore. For this reason, in today's episode of Stranger Things, I want to focus on cinematography and the color grading and the lighting. Let's dive in. How will this continue? I am so worried about Holly. Oh no. No. What? Girl. Okay. To distract ourselves from the horrific abduction of her daughter. This scene is very nicely lit because we have, of course, a headlight, like a little spotlight on her and the bathtub, which is the center of attention. We also have a small little blue light coming from the corner. It's very subtle, but it's there. It brings a bit of coolness to the colors. And then just this amazing pink and green color combination of the wallpaper and the tile. Iconic. And then her with the wine glass. It's also like not red wine, but white wine, because red wine wouldn't really match in the scene color-wise. Yes, the radio was red, but otherwise it wouldn't stick out as much. This is great color theory. We love it. We love it. Your daughter's being abducted in the other room, girl. Was that her shoe or her foot?
There's a monster, Holly, whatever you saw, baby, it's just a nightmare.
No, it's real. Yep, that's what's been going on for ages in this town.
What the heck?
Yep, your wife and your daughter are being kidnapped. But yeah, you should believe your daughter when she tells you there's a monster. Did they go underwater? No. Ted, do something. Ted, do something. Somebody do something. Deus Ex Machina. Oh, Ted is doing something. With a golf club oh no, Ted is dead. I told you Ted is dead. Not my daughter, you bitch. Don't die. Oh, Karen, what? Now we know where Nancy gets it from.
A few moments later.
Not Karen! Anyone but Karen!
Go!
Okay, I'm shooketh. Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I wanted to focus on the pretty colors and the great cinematography, but I am a wreck. Not Karen. She deserves to be happy. She deserves a divorce. Like I said in the past episode, this show has matured. And it's not just that the characters have matured and the adults trust the kids with more things to handle. I think the Duffer Brothers think that we can handle more trauma as well. Well, sirs, no, do not let Karen Wheeler die, okay? She's the best person in the show. Do you always notice the pixels in the intro? Those are fake. The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler. I thought that would be the title. Both! Oh my god, these poor kids. Parents almost dead. Sister abducted. At least 11 followed. Holy crap. Oh my god, Nancy, I'm so sorry. The show was like, you need more trauma. This is all our fault. No, It's Vecna's fault. It's always the perpetrator's fault.
We could have tried to get them out of Hawkins or at least told them the truth.
After all this time,
Okay.
it comes for Holly? It makes no goddamn sense.
It makes perfect goddamn sense.
I have to go into analyzing mode as to not completely lose my mind. It's really funny how there really still is the green and pink color scheme. It's so subtle, but so good because the mom was in the pink and green color scheme, then almost died and is now in very critical condition. And now on Nancy, her lighting is green. There's a green headlight on her hair and she's wearing a pink sweater. So not only did they think this through with the lighting, but also with the costume design, that they wanted to have this pink and green color combination. My theory to signal that now Nancy is the head of the family. She takes on the responsibility of the mom because the mom was in the same color scheme. Now Nancy has this exact same color scheme. Subtle, completely subtle. You can overlook that. But if you know what you're looking for, you can find these things. Not just aesthetic pleasing, but also with a message. And that is what makes the show the creme de la creme. Wow, 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 wow. I love this show so much.
Vecna told me this would happen.
This is exactly what happened to Will at almost exactly the same time.
True.
November 3rd. Will was taken on the 6th.
That's not a coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidences.
You and me, Lucas, we're like that. I really thought it ripped her foot off. Like, what? Who wears shoes in the house? And normally I'm like, don't wear shoes in the house, but Holly, you did it right.
You think it could be her, sir?
Oh, because he thinks Elle is responsible for this? Oh my god, you're such an idiot. Habuya. Oh, that's why he wanted to kill her. Yeah, Owen said that to him. Where is Owen? Is he still alive? It's Hopper. It's Hopper. Yep, knew it.
When I search for Holly, I can't find her.
Holly?
We just need to find the blood.
Holly Wheeler?
Ella's still very scarce with words. I love it.
But these visions.
I love the lighting in this scene. It's also natural because they're somewhere in a bunker and there's not a lot of light, but you can still see everything. You can see the facial expressions, you can see a bit of the decor. It's like every light source makes sense. This orange lighting coming from below them because she's holding a flashlight, and then this brighter light behind them, and then there's a blue top light. It's lit in a way where you're like, this looks like if you walked into this room, this is what it would just look like, right? But there's probably like a bajillion lights around them, but they're all placed perfectly. And then at the same time, the camera is on a rail to keep it moving, to keep it going, to keep the conversation flowing, so to say. Everything is so thought through. It's incredible.
Were they like before? Like when you had your now memories?
More intense. It's like I was there.
Can I just say I'm really proud that I predicted the upside down vision thing. I mean, I predicted it with the wrong character, but it was still an idea that I had, so
a win is a win.
Hire me, Duffer Brothers.
I was seeing what it was seeing and thinking what it was thinking. I must have somehow tapped back into the hive mind.
But we severed the connection.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think it was ever truly severed.
Oh,
Maybe you're like a receiver.
Magical human version.
Robin, you're so cute.
That's how we find Holly. Spied on Vecna before.
And he took control of you.
I know, but...
You almost died.
And Holly will too if we don't do something.
Oh, he has so much courage.
She's in there, Mom, all alone. I know what that's like. I won't just leave her there.
He really knows what he's talking about, girl, though. You should listen. Oh, but I believe in Will. I think he's right. Okay, I wanted to watch the show a little more before I mentioned this, but I have one gripe with it. In this scene particularly, you can notice it. Not on YouTube, because the YouTube compression ruins a lot of my videos. Oh my god, you don't even know how much better my videos look when they're not on YouTube. Also, side tangent, if anyone follows me on TikTok and on YouTube and you watch my shorts and my TikToks, you might notice that the ones on YouTube look different. Why is that? Because YouTube, without asking me for my permission and without me being able to uncheck that option, puts on an AI filter that's supposed to make my videos higher definition. It just makes them look like they're AI. So if you ever see a video that's posted from my channel on YouTube Shorts that looks like AI, please know it's not. It's really me. It's really the show that I'm talking about. It's YouTube's fault. They are putting these AI filters on it, and there's a lot of creators that are like, this is basically appropriating my content because it's not what I want. I didn't approve this. I spent hours grading this, maybe also adding blur filters, and then YouTube comes in with their dumb filter. So yeah, rant over. But also I have a point here to make, because speaking of filters, in order to make the show look like it's from the 80s, they put a grain filter on Stranger Things. If you look closely, it is actually on all the seasons. For the not trained eye and for the person who only has the standard Netflix subscription, it is almost not noticeable. If you have 4K and are watching it on a big monitor, it might stick out even more. I've had both. I've had the 4K, now I have the standard. I can still see it in the standard, but that's because my eyes are trained. You probably won't be able to notice it, but you won't be able to see it on YouTube. So I'm not even going to try to show you this. But the important thing to know here is that Stranger Things was not filmed on film. It was filmed digitally. And so they added an artificial grain filter on in the entire footage. It's a creative choice because they want to make it look like it's from the 80s. I personally hate that. I hate artificial grain, not because it's terrible and doesn't look good. No, because I can tell that it's fake. Why? Because these artificial filters, they calculate the picture and analyze where would there be a specific amount of grain, what color, what type, in which luminance value in a picture. That's what they do. And then they also have different settings. You can say like stronger, lighter, white, black, like different kind of grain options. They're like randomized on the picture. That's how these grain filters work. Some grain filters also claim that they are real filters who took real grain from actual film. In my experience, most of them are, yes, real grain, but played on a loop. The big underlying issue of this is that this grain is not naturally on the picture. It's not as dynamic as it would be if it was real film in real grain, because the filter can only analyze so much to make it look like it was there, but it's not. And that's why for a trained eye, it immediately sticks out like a sore thumb, because you know, in the digital movie clip, there is no grain, period, because it's filmed digitally, not on film. Now, should they have used film instead if they're so keen on having a grain on their footage? Well, is that even possible? Yes, Fallout did that beautifully and perfectly, flawlessly. I can really recommend you to watch Fallout. I think season 2 will release in December. So that is a show that used the entire film process, and I could immediately tell because the grain felt real. It felt dynamic. It matched the way the picture moved and the lighting changed. But the issue with filming on film is that it is extremely expensive, time-consuming, and complicated, because you first have to find cameras compatible with all of your equipment. You have to keep certain limitations in mind because, you know, it's older technology, it maybe needs a bit more help to function properly. Then you have to find film, buy film. It's extremely expensive. Film is super, super expensive to buy. You have to film it on film, then you have to digitize it. Then you can start the color grading and the VFX and all the post-production stuff that we normally have. But that whole thing is so expensive and takes so long that if Stranger Things was fully filmed on film, I think we would now only be watching season 3. So be glad that they used a grain filter instead. Even though I don't like it and it is my only gripe with the show, it is very understandable why they opted for digital with a grain filter instead of film with a natural film grain. Tangent over. Let me know in the comments down below if you noticed that the grain is fake. I'd be very interested in that.
Well, you think we should go see her at the hospital?
No, we stick to the plan.
You know, the hospital is on the way. We could just swing by. bring Nancy like flowers or something.
You cannot tell me that you don't see her as more than a friend because you've been like making googly eyes at her last season, like constantly.
Jesus Christ. What?
I just thought that tonight of all nights, you might just give it a rest.
I hate this entire dynamic. I want him to bro out, not punch out. Ugh.
This bullshit macho competition for Nancy's attention.
What are you talking about?
Really?
Hi, Jessie from the edit here. I wanted to expand my thoughts on this because I am just so fed up with how this scene ruins Steve's character development he went through over the past seasons. In this discussion they are having, Steve is completely gaslighting Jonathan, telling him that his advances on Nancy are all in Jonathan's head, pretending like he doesn't know what Jonathan is talking about. And then he accuses Jonathan of being the problem.
You're the problem, dude.
By being paranoid and acting like a jealous boyfriend.
Ever since you got back from California, you've been acting like a total paranoid pothead weirdo.
Bro, Jonathan is completely right here. Let's recap, shall we? The moment Jonathan was gone, Steve started flirting with Nancy again and spent the entirety of season 4 hitting on Nancy. And then when Jonathan came back, he of course noticed that something was up with these two.
Ever since I got back from the North, you were constantly showing off for her. How you're better than me?
And what annoys me the most is that apparently during all this time between the end of the last season and now, Steve is still pursuing Nancy. He is still trying to win her affections and not respecting that, dude, she already is in a relationship. And another thing. It takes two to tango. Nancy in this whole thing is the most annoying person. She acts like she's just so annoyed by these boys fighting over her when she is the one leading Steve on. Constantly sending him soulful looks and I want you signals. And at the same time, she won't even give Jonathan the time of day. Like, these guys would not be fighting over her like this if she had made it super duper clear that she's only interested in Jonathan and Jonathan alone, and Steve truly is just a friend to her and has no chance with her. Then Steve wouldn't constantly be trying to win her back and Jonathan wouldn't constantly be trying to keep her. To me, this feels like Nancy can't accept the fact that Steve doesn't want her anymore. She dumped him for good reason, but actually enjoyed having him like her and want her. This was basically her only motivation to be with him in season 1, being desired by him. And I think her desire of being desired is her main motivator for acting like this. And I feel so bad for Jonathan because he deserves so much better than all of that. Now back to real life Jessie.
And maybe if you stopped focusing on me and started focusing on her, maybe then the two of you would finally be happy.
Or maybe everybody should just be single. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. That is my go-to move. If it's such a drag, if it's so burdensome, like, just end it. You're not married, you're not living together. Easy fix. Oh, Dusty Bun, you're alive.
When I searched for Holly, I could not find her, just like Vecna. So maybe wherever she is, he is.
The medical bills from this family must be going through the roof.
The final battle. I feel like it started tonight.
Told you, there's a era of finality everywhere.
Wake up.
There's a change. Even this simple shot of a coffee cup in a vending machine has a blue-orange contrast to make it look good. Oh, there's so much color theory happening. I see a lot of subtle blue-orange, but also other colors like the pink and the green, and then sometimes I also saw red. There's so much color theory going on, and it's all for the sake of it looking good. This is just a simple shot of a cup somewhere in a vending machine, right? Looks pretty. This could look a lot worse if somebody hadn't thought about, how can we make this simple shot look nice? And it is reasons like this that make this show a masterpiece. A Wrinkle in Time. Are they gonna time travel? Yes, 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 of course. Last season, we found out that the Upside Down is stuck on November 6th, 1983, I think, on the day that Will disappeared.
The Upside Down is stuck at that time. So what if Vecna tries to recreate whatever he wanted to do with Will, and his plans were foiled by Will being rescued. But what if he wants to recreate it and just needs another kid that is the same age as Will, because for whatever reason it has to be that age. Maybe it's the age that he was when his parents died. I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons, but maybe he wants to time travel, or what if everything like resets and then nothing happened? Oh my god, I have so many thoughts in my brain. There's a lot of things that they can do with time. Like if they enter time travel into this, oh, it could be interesting. But PSA, I do not know a lot of D&D. I don't know any D&D. I've only seen the movie and Stranger Things. That's all I know. But D&D fans, let me know. Is there time magic in D&D? How does it work? Are there rules or not? Like, or how do the rules go with time magic? Time travel, if those things exist. I want to know that. I'm very interested in learning stuff from you guys, so let me know.
And Mr. Whatsit told her there were monsters in Hawkins, and he warned her that these monsters, they were coming for her. What if Mr. Whatsit isn't a figment of Holly's imagination? What if he's real?
Real.
What if Mr. Whatsit is one of them, like Will or Mike, because we saw a hand, it was white. Is like Mill, both of them, Mill, Will or Mike from the future coming back to warn her or something? If that's possible, like if we add time travel here, ooh, this is so exciting. Let's go. Throw logic out the window.
Yeah, what if?
I love how this shot is framed with Nancy and her color scheme on the left, and then Mike and his color scheme on the right. Like she's more of the pink and the reddish, and he's more of the blue, and so together it's pink and blue and red. It's just so nicely framed. They're a little off to the side, so it's a bit asymmetrical, and everything is so thoughtfully placed. And I think it's the camera zooming in on them. Yes, it's like you're looking through like a window, through a door. You can place the camera anywhere, but no, you're placing it looking through a door into the scene. And this is just for aesthetics, to make it look interesting, to make it look unique. I also love the depth of field because everything is in focus. A lot of the times in modern shows, the depth of field is not very far. Everything is very blurry, and like the focal point is very focused on just like the face or one object. But here, basically the entire room is in focus. You can even see the phone and the light switch on the left. You can see the door handle and a shelf to the right. It's like almost everything is in focus, and that's how cameras used to be back in the day. So I love that they put in so much effort to try and make this look unique and have like a callback to how cameras used to look.
How have we never seen him?
Maybe we have, we just didn't know.
Okay, well, so who the hell is he?
Or it is Vecna from the future who regained his human form, switched sides, and came to warn Holly in order for the future to happen the way it should be, which is him coming to his senses. Oh, she's wearing pink, but he has green on his collar. There we have it. They're both responsible now for the family.
Of all the crawls, this was like the one to miss. So, well done, Henderson.
The fuck are you blaming him for? He's been beat up. Can't you see that? But why are you so pissed at him? Why are you being such a bitch, Steve?
You could actually be where you're supposed to be.
God, you're all so annoying.
You screwed up!
Hey! Can you guys shut the hell up?
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Why are they making the dynamic duo fight in such a serious way? Why are you making problems? Why can't they just all get along?
Your plan is genius.
You think so?
Totally.
I am so happy that my prediction stands. Robin and Will connecting. Will needs another friend, like somebody who can connect with him in a different way. And Robin affirming him right now is just, I love the fact that I predicted it, and I love the fact that they're going down that road. You can't, okay, sorry, you cannot tell me that back then they had such good cameras. Like, did you see how far away that shot was? Ain't no freaking way that back then they could zoom in that much
I think like their highest resolution was like what, 380p? I mean, no. On film, back then, it was possible to film in 8K and stuff, but they didn't have the equipment to develop that stuff. Or did they? I don't know. Maybe they did secretly in their military basement, whatever. Forget what I said.
She's here, Dr. K.
In the Upside Down. Why are you in the Upside Down, ma'am? You should not be there.
Where'd you learn to do this?
Max. First clean, then disinfect, then bandage.
My daughter, Sarah. She was brave. She stared death in the face. She never got scared. She never wavered.
Something I love about the show is that, especially in Hopper's case, like, they deal with grief. They deal with people dying. They deal with people dealing with death, with loss. And this is season 5, and we still learn about something new that concerns Hopper and his daughter and the entire way that this has affected him. And he probably sees traits of that courage in Elle, of that personality that he's describing right now. He probably sees that in Elle. I love that he talks about this still. It's season 5 and still. And I also love that in season 4 was basically about Max grieving Billy, even though they didn't like each other. It's just, there's so many layers of what grief can look like. And now in this season, we have a new type of grief expression in Dustin. He's dressing like Billy, he's moody, he's provocative, and he's obviously dealing with this loss. And I'm gonna talk a bit more about the writing in a different episode, but just right now, because the scene is happening, I wanted to mention it. That is also something I love about the show, that they keep up bringing up people who passed. Like Nancy and still Mrs. Barb still feels guilty. We found that out in season 4, and that was something that happened in season 1. And with Hopper, this is something that happened before season 1. This is a burden he already had, and a loss he had already experienced when we were introduced to this character. And so much of who he is and his motivations for doing stuff have to do with this loss that he experienced years ago. And that just is genius writing, and also realistic, because grief doesn't leave. So, I'm making myself cry. It stays with you. There's different ways to deal with it, and the show is giving us a lot of examples of what it can look like, and it looks different for everybody. Some talk about it, some become very introverted, some grieve in silence, some in denial, and some every day a bit. But we all do, and that is what this show is showing us. And I will take a break now, otherwise I will cry on camera, and I like my makeup today. Okay, we're back. It's like the worst thing in the world, losing a child. Darling.
So, that's why you don't want me in here.
I don't want to lose you.
We just paused because we cried. I love their relationship so much. And I love that he's communicating that to her, because I was thinking to myself, he told Joyce the reasons why he doesn't want Elle in the Upside Down. And I said, why doesn't he tell Elle? Now he is. And I love that. I love the accountability and the honesty that he has, and the love. Oh my God, they love each other so much. And another thing, I'm loving the blue-orange. Very subtle, but also natural, because the orange is from their flashlight and the rest of the world is blue. So, blue-orange contrast. There we go.
Your mother's recovering from surgery here. Larynx is extremely damaged. All right, sweetheart.
Don't touch her. I hate it when people touch them without reason. Like, don't touch people without reason. Wait, isn't that the same outfit that the nurses had in Pretty Little Liars?
I don't trust doctors who smoke or call me sweetheart.
Yes.
Because why was your hand on her shoulder, bro?
I heard laughter.
What?
In my vision earlier, the sky was spinning. So I think I was here. right here on this merry-go-round during Miss Harris's recess.
I thought that he might be telepathically connected to Holly. This is getting interesting. This is getting very, very interesting. Are they pulling a dark plot twist on us? Like Holly is his daughter from the future or something? Or they're like secret siblings? No. I don't see Ted and Joyce hooking up. Never mind.
You said yourself Vecna controls the hive mind, right? Which means he's a part of it too. So when he searches for his victims,
He invades their minds.
he sees what they see.
But if that's true, it would mean
I was him.
So spannend, Leute. I love that dolly shot of them walking past, I think, a building, and then with the vines. It just looks so cool. And those vines are real, maybe enhanced with visual effects, but look at this shot. It makes this wide shot so interesting because you have something obstructing your view. So aesthetically interesting. Like they didn't have to add those vines, but they did. And it makes it look cool and also makes you realize that these things are everywhere. Like everything is connected. The hive mind is everywhere. They have to watch their every step. And I love that. What are we gonna see?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ. What is it?
Yeah, I would like to see it too. Huh? The fuck? Oh, didn't those scientists have those things in the lab? Is that like the hive, the home of the Demogorgons, like where they're like, where they go to procreate? Cool. We don't like that.
Holly was here.
Oh no,
Maybe
no,
that's
no.
why I can't find her in my mind. I took her through the wall.
Oh shit. Oh my god, this kid is traumatized. For Holly, one thing I do wish is that we might know her more so that we could actually really fear for her life like we did with Max, but still I'm like, not another kid, like they've been through enough.
Mom.
She's alive. Yeah, she's alive.
We think there's someone that knows where Holly is.
She calls him Mr. What's-It.
Holly.
That's Jamie Campbell's voice.
Did Holly ever say if he has a first name?
Henry. So it was Henry. My god. Oh my god.
Your friends first. And after, I'll save your family too, of course.
Mr. Sandman. Yeah, that's a dream. Seen. Okay, sorry. I'm so confused and fascinated. Interesting. Okay, let's move on to my thoughts. Because doesn't this mean that Vecna's ability have changed again? Usually when he takes his victims, they were having this spasmic kind of trance state, and he was attacking them in their mind, but they were physically not able to move. But this is very, very different. And so my theory stands that this Henry, because of his clothing, is a Henry from the future, or maybe even the past, that traveled to the future through his mind or something, but like because he switched sides and the only person who can stop Vecna is Vecna / Henry. That's a theory. Another theory I have is apparently he wants a bunch of kids in the house. So what if he now wants to make the new experiment lab, but in his childhood home? I have a lot of theories that I can't quite put to words yet, but like I am so confused. There's so many theories going on in my mind, but I'm so intrigued. It's so interesting because it's like a lot of this is new information, but it still feels like everything is coming together. Like I wouldn't say they have hinted at all of this since the beginning. I don't think they had the script written that far 10 years ago, but they have had some streamlined story in their head that they have kept to and that they have stayed loyal to, which is why I think it feels like everything is coming together. There's still some parts missing, but I have a good feeling that we might end this entire season and this entire series with all of these questions answered. So I'm hopeful. But let's come back to the topic that I, as you might have noticed, focus on the most, which is cinematography, lighting, and the grading since season 1. including now. Stranger Things cinematography has always been extremely well thought through. They subtly but very, very effectively use a variety of different camera techniques and placements. The way the camera moves and where it is placed always, without fail, matches the mood of the scene, and there is not a single random shot. Everything is planned and has meaning, and that is exemplary work that they have always put in since day one. Now, this is not in this season, but I want to take this opportunity here and mention my absolute favorite use of a Dutch angle in season 3. Before we get into that, what even is a Dutch angle? Is it Dutch? I don't know. A Dutch angle is a camera technique where the camera is tilted on its roll axis, causing the horizon and vertical lines to appear at an angle instead of being level. This creates a sense of disorientation, unease, or tension for the viewer, and it is often used in cinematography to convey psychological instability or chaos. The scene that I'm talking about is when Nancy and Jonathan are talking with their news editor Tom, who we know has already been taken by the Mind Flayer. But Nancy and Jonathan do not. So the viewer knows he's taken, the kids don't. Everything seems normal at first, but then Tom has an outburst where he slams the table. Nancy and Jonathan jump back in their seats, and the camera jumps into the Dutch angle. It's like the jump scare that these kids have, the camera has too, and thus we have too as the viewers. It's supposed to convey that Nancy realizes something is wrong. Something is off. She starts being uneasy, realizing there is something going on and that Tom is not acting normal. The camera stays in this Dutch angle for the entire rest of the scene, conveying to us viewers that something really is wrong and that our main characters have caught on. And there are many, many, many more moments like this in all of the seasons. I just wanted to mention this one because that one was my absolute favorite one they ever did, and nothing has topped it so far. So I took this opportunity to just use this as an example of how well thought through all of their cinematography is. Another so refreshing thing is that Stranger Things does not suffer from that flat, boring lighting we have in so many TV shows and movies nowadays. And it's one of the biggest reasons why it is such a feast for the eyes, and even people who are not professionals still notice it. Because the team of Stranger Things really puts in the work. All caps. They think about the mood and the colors on set. It's not an afterthought that they're like, fix that in post, you can add a red filter in post. No, they are setting lighting. They want to have a green headlight on Nancy. She's gonna get a green headlight on set, and then maybe the grader enhances it a bit. And they give the post-production so much to work with because they are laying the foundation of the look of this film on set. And together with the grading, in the post-production, the end result triggers the exact wanted emotions and feelings in the viewer. There is so much color theory. We have this pink and green, we have blue and orange, we have red and purple, we have so many colors, and they always convey something, and it makes you feel things and the right things. And that's because they spend hours talking amongst each other, thinking about what could we put into this scene color-wise and lighting-wise so that what we feel, the characters feel, how can we make this perfect so it lands? And the colors are what makes this show so nostalgic. It's not just the clothing and the old technology and living in the 80s, it is the colors, and it's the way it's shot, and it's the way, what type of cameras they use, as I've mentioned before. It's all of that combined that make it so nostalgic. And a big part of why I love Stranger Things so much is because of the way that it is produced. The way it looks and how the cameras move. It's genius. And for 5 seasons straight, over 10 years, that's an incredible accomplishment. Not everyone can do that. Because the cinematography and the colors just make up so much of a film. It's not just story and acting. It's those two, because the camera tells the story and the colors convey the feelings. And Stranger Things has absolutely mastered that art. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know all of your theories, what Henry is doing with Holly, and all of that down below. Like, what's going on? What's that wall of weird pulsating eggs? Let me know your theories in the comments down below. Again, don't spoiler what happens in the next episode, or the next, or the next, or the next. We don't want to be spoiled here in the comments. We want to watch this dynamically and chronologically without being spoiled. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, but also to my second channel, Jessie Grace, where I post music, original music. And then also my third channel, which is a podcast that I have with my sister. It's called The Way, the Truth, and the Lies. It is about spirituality and faith and how we both broke out of a very toxic belief system. If that interests you, links to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. all down below. Turn on notifications to never miss an upload and all the amazing Stranger Things content that will be coming your way every Wednesday for the next few weeks. Stay crazy, see you in the next one. Bye!
It's going upside down. I'm getting timber. You better run. You better hide. Santa Claus is coming too. If you've ever wondered if I have ADHD, you shall wonder no more.